Oh, hello, good morning. Last week and the week before, I was watching a video on YouTube with Steven Van Camp and Francisco Miranda. They were talking about, in particular, some catasetinea of small size, which comes from a particular region in the Amazon forest, and where it rains most of the year. And the common mistake that people have that you don't need to water all catasetinea all year round. I live in a region which is also a subtropical rainforest, and it's very peculiar because there's a range of mountains along the coast of Brazil, which comes from the south and goes up to the northeast of the country. So it's miles and miles and miles of it's not as high as the Andes. It gets to 1,600 meters. In my region, there's points which are much higher than that. And but what happens is that the east side, which is the side which is facing the Atlantic Ocean, it's always much more moist than the west side where I am, where the city of Cunha is. And Cunha is called Sertões. Sertões is the region where the winter is much drier, the vegetation is completely different, except in valleys and something like that. Anyhow, what I want to show you some tests that I've been doing with catasetum, and in particular with this catasetum, which is from these regions, and they are simply they get water all the time. I'm just going to show you. So the first one I have to show you is this one, which is Catasetum cernum. There's no plastic covering here, so all these plants here, these are seedlings which were indoors before. They were covered, so they didn't take any rain. And as you can see, because the heat is kept there much more, roofing has been amazing. I didn't believe that. Look at that. And I got these right before winter because it's much cheaper and you get great plants. Let me show you this one here. This one is Cattleya nobilior, and it comes in this plug, which is compact sawdust and has got natural fertilizers, and they sell me like this. This came here last week. But I had some nobilior as well that were, this is Ludmaniana, Cattleya ludmaniana, Cattleya leopoldi or chigrina. More Cattleya nobilior here, doing very well. But look at this. This is the Catasetum cernum. The oldest bulb is already gone because it was giving energy for the other bulbs. The new bulb is growing fast. There's not much roots there, but it's in a wooden basket with some substrate, bark probably. It's a very old mount that I put here, some fiber, and it's doing very well. And it was watered like all the other seedlings and other plants all year, all winter round. This is the same Catasetum. As you can see, they have airy roots here, which helps get a lot of fertilizer, natural fertilizer. We have got some dead bulbs here, which is natural, and we have got new growth here. I put some osmocot. We got some new growth there. This has been here for about, I think it's about 9 to 10 years. Sometimes I take some bulbs out and plant somewhere else or give to friends, but it gets watered together with the nobilior, dendrobium nobilia. Can't remember how to say in English anyhow, but they all come in with the buds now. Look at this. This is completely growing in the air. And they get watered sometimes, but they are mounted. They are not on vases. They are as natural as possible. Here we have more plants. They came to me like as small plants. Some of them were seedlings. And I find, well, they didn't suffer. They seem to be all right. There's a lot of sphagnum here. And They were big already. I think they were adults, these ones. But this one, no. This one was a seedling. As you can see, it's a small catasetinea and is doing all right. That one as well. It was a small plant. Here I have a cross between Galeandra, which I find very difficult to cultivate, and Galeandra devoniana versus Cataseton ivanae. But it's doing wonderfully. And look at all these roots here. I didn't stop watering them at all, and has got a reservoir here. Here I have another plant here as well, full of weeds. But another one here. We are in the last month of August, so it's still a month for winter, for spring to begin. Here I have a small seedling, which is in sphagnum, and it's dried, this one. I should water it and be more careful. Here I have some which are on fans. They were seedlings as well. I haven't been lucky cultivating or making seedlings grow very well on mounted. As you can see, this one here was from a flask. I opened the bottle and the jar and hoped that it would grow well here. And what the secret for growing plants and from seedling from jars, as far as I know, is that first of all you have to concentrate on rooting. So you give rooting fertilizer, and you have to use some kind of fungicide, which I just use sulfur. I don't know how you say that in England, but in English, but you have to make sure that it doesn't get any fungi, which is very susceptible. Well, just to show you what is going on. So small plants are mounted, and here's the Nepentarium. I think I've just invented this word. This is Nepenthes Miranda, which is doing very well. This is Nepenthes... esqueci o nome, I forgot the name. It's the most common of them. And in winter we're still Nepenthes Gaia. It's doing very well. I didn't believe that because they are not it's very cold here. It's 1,000 meters high. It's very, very cold. But anyhow, I had loads of seedlings mounted here from Nobilia, Valkyriana and Cataseton, and they were all hanging there on that net, the chicken wire. There's some still there, and I removed them from here last year because temperatures were getting up to 35 centigrades, which is a lot. It's very, very hot, very unpleasant, but it has been raining and dropped the temperature to very low temperatures the past few days, but that's good. Anyhow, just want to show you that I have some Catasetum that are mounted and they're watered all year round, but that's an experiment. I'm not sure every one of them would do well with so much watering. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.